Hope you are well. Hope you're having a fantastic Thursday. Almost have a birthday. Sorry I couldn't show up last stream. Visiting California, that's a pretty good excuse for a concert over the weekend. Didn't have any time to hop on. What, if I may ask, what concert did you go see? That's a good reason to miss a stream. I know Sin was in here earlier and said happy 25th birthday plus tax. That tax is almost another 25 on top of that. I'll just say I'm old enough to have rented a car and then had a kid that's old enough to drink at that point. So I'll let you do the math. I mean, not that I do have a kid that's old enough to drink. I'm 47. It feels like a lot. My body feels 47. My mind feels 13 still. I never grew up. My body has arthritis and bursitis and tendonitis. Warren, welcome. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm a young thing, huh, Warren? It's all relative, right? All right, well, you got a little time on me then. I hope your body's holding up better than me. This is River Run in the background. And Mars Radio as well. I'll back that down a little bit. But we got a little bit of a vibe going with the Mars Radio, so. Today is really my birthday, yes. I am 47 today. 1978. Mars Radio's a fave. Concerts also. Yeah, I don't know why we couldn't get... We've complained about it here before. Why couldn't we get the concerts DLC? We'd just get the radio. Tobacco. I gave up tobacco in 2016 when my daughter was born. You're watching VOD. I appreciate that. Catching up after the fact. So what? I feel like a lot has happened this week that we need to talk about, or I need to talk about at least. EA going. Not venture capital, but what? Like private, what do they technically call it? A leveraged buyout, I think it's called. So we may as well start there. I think that's a kind of an important development for gaming in general because EA set the pace for microtransaction DLCs. I did a video on the channel a while back that broke down some of the numbers, and it's overdue for an update. Just from a stylistic perspective, but also because I think things have gotten even worse. But yeah, they're buying all the stock and going private. But what does that mean? So when you go private and you have venture capital behind you and investors behind you, it is bad enough when you have to worry about being a publicly traded company, because you are constantly worrying about the shareholders and the stock price and the value that you are giving them rather than the value that you're giving your consumers. It's not about that anymore. It's about how much money are you making for the company and the shareholders. If you happen to make happy customers during that process, that's great. That's a side effect though. And it's not about art anymore. It's not about the creativity or the joy of the game. And you can see that shift in EA abruptly over the years. It's gotten even worse, but they really did make a shift when Andrew Wilson came on board as the CEO, right? CEO of EA. And they went from, you know, the majority of their revenue being driven by game sales to the majority of their revenue being in-game purchases, specifically FIFA and Madden, I think, driving most of that. Short term, what does this mean for Battlefield 6? I hope nothing. I hope nothing for Battlefield 6 in the short term. I think that one, like, already being out, like the acquisition won't even be completed, I don't think. I think it's like announced as intent, but like they won't even be able to do anything. I think that, I mean, I say that now. I don't think they'll be able to do anything that would impact Battlefield 6 at this point. Battlefield 7 that comes out next year now, that one will probably be pretty crap. But I mean, I say that now jokingly, but Call of Duty has become an annual title. We got to talk about that too. We got to talk about Microsoft, Xbox, and all that mess. But from an EA perspective, it could go either way. I mean, like, but they were already very focused on, you know, the annual sports releases and the card packs. You know, don't worry, they're not gambling. They're just random cards that'll let you win multiplayer games because you have good players. It's totally not pay to win. It's totally not gambling. Xbox fell hard this week. Yeah, I mean, maybe we should just... EA is EA, and like, I don't know, was it going to get worse? Probably not. But yeah, what has Xbox been doing? Okay, so I'm a big Xbox fan. First of all, I think console wars are stupid. Play on whatever you want to play on. If there's an exclusive that gives you a reason to play there, that is fine. If it's because your friends play there, I think for a long time, like, Xbox was the better multiplayer service by far. I mean, they're probably pretty even now, but you can see, like, top of the store sales, multiplayer games tend to be more focused on Microsoft stores, and single player games tend to be the focus of the top of the charts on the PlayStation store. It has been that way for a really long time. I think, you know, I'm not saying people that have PlayStation don't play multiplayer games, but my God, did they top the charts with all the single player third person action games. We have every console in the house. We have gaming PCs, Switch 1 and 2. We've got, I mean, there's a Wii U and a Wii in the garage. I've owned every Xbox ever. To be fair, I've owned every Nintendo console ever. And every PlayStation console ever. I think. I'm kind of a game junkie. My first console was 1985, Nintendo Entertainment System. But I had played a lot of Coleco, Sega Master System, I think. Was that around the same time as Nintendo? And Atari, Coleco, and Master System at my cousin's house. But Xbox has been having a year. So, like, I'm an Xbox fan. I really am. I liked the multiplayer aspect of it. And when Game Pass first came out, as from a consumer perspective, you were crazy not to get Game Pass Ultimate for $1 promotion when it came out. It was $9.99 for a while, and you could have it on PC. And then it moved up to $15, and then it moved up to $20, and next month it's moving up to $30 a month. Microsoft is a $1 trillion corporation that just added 50% to their, you know, top tier service, but it's okay because they added stuff. But what did they add? They added Ubisoft Plus. Technically, is it Ubisoft Classics? It's not even Ubisoft Plus. Either way, it's Ubisoft games, which I love Far Cry, but I've pretty much gotten tired of every other Ubisoft game at this point. They're very formulaic. I mean, to be fair, like, you know, Assassin's Creed and Far Cry are not that different. Like, you run around the world, there's a bunch of things you can go pick up and collect. But that's not winning me over. Like, they need to separate it into separate subscriptions. Like, if you want to bundle stuff together, that's great. But the only way to get day one games now is to give them $30 a month, and you get Ubisoft with it. Okay. You also get, this is the one that I think broke me the most. Actually, League of Legends skins I don't care about, but the one that broke me the most is the Fortnite Crew, which is like a monthly battle pass in Fortnite and V-Bucks to spend. I haven't played Fortnite since the month it came out. I almost went back to play it when they did the no building mode. I was like, okay, I can get back into that and just like actual gunplay. So, but like, that's like, I don't want that. You added zero value for me. So my wife and I, who have been Game Pass Ultimate members since month 1, we pounced on it because we were both Xbox fans. We both just canceled it or knocked it down to basic online only essential. So they lost, instead of getting an extra $20 a month from us, they lost $40 a month from us because it's a bunch of junk. Okay, what am I getting? What are you getting for $30 a month or $360 a year? That's insane. You could get 5 full price titles at $70. Stop in and say a quick happy birthday. I appreciate that. Thank you. They moved cloud gaming to all plans, but it still sucks. Yes, exactly. That's the thing. Like, I've had access to cloud gaming for a long time, and I don't use it because it's no good even on Ultimate. So Ultimate gets the shortest wait times and the best service, which is not good. So if you think that like the cloud gaming is bad and I'm going to upgrade, please don't, because cloud gaming is not where it needs to be. Like if you're playing, I played Cities on it and it was okay, but the lag and latency was annoying and I stopped playing it. You can't play a shooter. You can't play any kind of real-time multiplayer game. Like, you better be playing a really slow game. Like, if you're playing Balatro, maybe. But at that point, just play it on your phone. Like, it would play better natively on your phone. It doesn't make any sense. So the Game Pass stuff, I think, is a big mess. And I looked back, right? Like, let me get my list. I went looking through the library of Game Pass games that we play and have installed that my daughter would miss if they went away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, technically 6, 7 games. So there's a couple hundred games on there, and I'm gonna buy 7 of them for less than $60 for all of them. And I think 2 of them are like $40-something for Ori 1 and 2. But it's like Unpacking, Totally Reliable Delivery Service, Disney Rush, Gang Beasts, Donut County. Like, there's a couple good games. Like Donut County, I would not have played or learned about if it had not been for Game Pass. And the unfortunate thing of, I think a lot of people are going to withdraw like me. Like, I have disposable income. Like, I could spend that extra money. Like, do we have 2 or 3 realms? Like, we give Microsoft a lot of money, but this is egregious, and I will not. This aggression will not stand, as the dude said. It's a bunch of nonsense, really. They're not adding any value. What they are, I mean, think about what they are doing though. Who are they adding value for? Fortnite kids who have Xbox Live and also get the monthly battle pass and like to spend V-Bucks. That hooks them into that system. But I think you could have done that with a totally separate bundle. You could have had the Fortnite crew bundle for $20 or $25 or call it $30. I don't care. But that's not adding value for me. When you throw a bunch of crap into a bucket that I don't want, that is not adding value for me. And I can't imagine a lot of people spending on Ultimate for that game library. Like, the indie games were the nice thing that I think get hurt the most here. And it's ironic because in the long run, the indie games probably would have been hurt more. There's 2 schools of thought when it comes to indie games on Game Pass. If you made a game and you don't think it's going to be the biggest success, getting one big payday off of Game Pass could seem like a good idea. But it is kind of like, it is a bit of a gamble, because if you have a good game on your hands and you have faith in it, you can make absolute bank on your own. You know, like, look, like I mentioned Balatro, like, think about, it was like a single dev did a game in his pastime, was about to give up on it. One of the biggest games, one of the biggest indies in a long time. Like, hugely successful. Fortnite's the only game that doesn't require live? It doesn't require live? Are you serious? Did they work something out there? I did not know that. But either way, like, I think you're hooking kids into that system early, right? Like, that's the whole point. Like, Oh, you're already doing that? Well, here, become a Microsoft consumer and give us money every month and get used to paying us money every month. Well, I've been paying them money every month for a long time, and the indie games are actually kind of cool. And I'm sorry that I won't have access to some of those to just try them at random. Appreciate it, AC. Welcome. So not being able to try a lot of those indie games is a shame. But I look back and it's like, okay, what does Ultimate get me that I care about? The only thing that I care about is day one games. How many day one games has Microsoft put out that I care about? Now, it is interesting in the timing in that there's a Black Ops just about to come out. So invariably, there's always a higher demand for that. People are going to be coming into the system, and hey, let's charge them more coming into the system. But aside from Outer Worlds 2, Outer Worlds 2 is, I think, literally the only first-party title that I cared about in the last 12 months. Before that, it was Starfield, and Starfield was junk, and it ruined my 2023, honestly, even though I played like 1,000 hours of it. I was stuck in bed. I lost ability to balance. That is some edge of map fog. That is weird there. You can see the city way in the background where the fog isn't, which doesn't make any sense. Like, the further away you are in the fog, the clearer you can see. That was a little bit backwards game. You thought enough people wouldn't notice it, maybe? And that's possible. Like, there's going to be plenty of people like that who just don't, you know, like, when you think about it, like, I don't know, an extra $10 missing from your account? May not notice that. Plenty of people may not notice that or may not care enough. But when I looked at it, and do I have it here? Hold on a second. I think I have the breakdown of what's what. Give me a second here. How is everybody doing? I hope you are all so well. Did I not save these files? Did I put it into a Canva doc to start making a rant video? Probably. Quite possibly. Hold on. Let's see. No, I didn't. Okay, well, let's find it. Xbox, Game Pass, levels, images. There it is. This is, I think, the new one. Save image as infographic over here. There we go. Okay. I think that's the one. So here are your 3 layers. Does it bother anybody that the Cities is moving around the background there? There's your 3 layers. So, okay, essential $10 a month. It's a side effect of console gaming. Like, if you want to play them online, you got to pay that extra fee. It's one thing that goes away. There's pros and cons to PC gaming too. Like, there's no one platform that has nothing but check boxes in the win column and no losses, right? So, okay, $10 a month. You get 50 games, unlimited cloud gaming, but you're going to be waiting in line longer and it's not going to be as good. But don't think that paying for the extra is going to make it great. It's not. You'd rather play a handheld game on your phone or a Switch or a Steam Deck. Okay, in-game benefits, including Riot Games. I already don't care. I'm sorry. I know there's League players out there. I don't care. I'm sorry. Online multiplayer, the only thing I give a crap about. Play and earn up to $25 a year. Yay! They nerfed their rewards plans and put them behind a paid service, which is offensive on its own. Okay. Premium. 200 games. Now we're talking, everybody, right? 200 games. My subscription is now Game Pass and YouTube Premium, or your Move the Mouse membership. Thank you. Okay, so 200 plus games. Right now we're talking. That's what you want, isn't it? Except what's that first thing say? New Xbox published games within a year of launch. Asterix, not Call of Duty. If you want Call of Duty, you're paying. You're paying for Ultimate, or you're paying us $70 or $130 for the deluxe version. I'm making that second number up, but it is probably true. We can go look after. Ultimate. Okay, I'm sorry. We're going through premium. So you get unlimited cloud gaming with shorter wait times. Again, it doesn't matter. Wait for it because it's not ready. In-game benefits from Riot Games. Again, don't care. Online console multiplayer and play and earn up to $50 in rewards. Okay. So like, I don't know. I don't think that extra games library is worth it. Personally, I don't know. I don't know what's in the 50 games. Maybe the extra $5 a month is worth it. But you know what's not worth it? $30 a month. Now note that the games that are included with any of these are available across PC, console, and cloud. Now cloud just means you can play it remotely. But the fact that we're talking about 50 games spread across PC and console does not mean that you're getting 50 console games. No, you're getting 50 total games, and if you don't have a PC, well, you don't get to play all 50 of them. And if you're on PC and you don't have a console, you probably don't get to play all 50 of them. Or whatever that number actually is, 50 plus games, could be 51, doesn't matter. Okay, so maybe you land in the middle at premium, but let's look at Ultimate. You have 400 games, and you get those, you want those day one games, don't you? Oh, yes, you do. You know you want those day one games. You know you want that Outer Worlds and that Call of Duty and that Avowed and the Oblivion remastered that was honestly kind of mid, and I stopped playing it after 2 sessions. They're putting out a bunch of crap games. That's the biggest problem when I went back and looked at this. Like those day one games, the only day one game I care about the next 12 months that's on Game Pass, I think, is Outer Worlds 2. And I'm already very reserved, and I'm going to wait before buying it because I love the first one, but I hate everything that Microsoft has done since they've taken over studios. And Avowed was a great example of why Obsidian is not fail-proof. So we get 400 games, day one games, Ubisoft Plus classics and EA Play included. Fortnite Crew coming in November. Now, somebody I think said in the chat that they're okay with Fortnite Crew. And that's okay, like if that's your thing, but like, who was it? Was it Sass that said that was okay? Somebody said it was, I don't know, maybe you just mentioned it. Either way, like if you like Fortnite, that's fine. Like that I think there, like if you're a Fortnite player who's buying season passes and spends money on V-Bucks and you're playing on Xbox, it's kind of a perfect storm. Like go get the Ultimate. You like the Crew video game, but not Fortnite Crew. That makes more sense. New Forza Horizon. I will pay for that next year. You know why? Because it's like the only Microsoft game I'm going to buy, like that I care about in the next 12 months. Beyond the Outer Worlds. And Outer Worlds, again, because of what they did with Avowed, I'm going to hold off. I'm going to see what reviews say before I plunk down any money. And that was a game that I was super excited about because the first one was amazing. An absolutely amazing game. I'm at the point where I'll consume content on games I'm interested in, then purchase it a few months later. Honestly, can't after 10 more for Game Pass. Absolutely not worth it. Yeah. I don't think it's worth it. It's not worth it for us, for sure. Like, and I game a lot. Like I mean, I'm on here streaming, you know, like Apple's busy. She's working and then studying, doing class at night. Like she's working crazy hard. She doesn't have time to take advantage of that extra $20 a month. So like, we're just backing it down to regular. And I went through it. It's just, there's not enough that I care about. It's a really stupid move, I think. Unlimited cloud gaming at our best quality with the shortest wait times. Again, the best quality and the shortest wait times, you're going to get in to play a laggy game. And like, I'm a big fan. I actually switched from iOS to Android because iOS wasn't supporting the Xbox game streaming at launch. I was like, screw it. I'm going to go get an Android. I'm gonna do Android. I switched ecosystems. That was years ago. It was not, I much prefer Android over iOS now, but that aside, it was definitely not worth an ecosystem switch because it wasn't very good. It was a novelty, and having a Steam Deck and a Switch 2 is a better experience. So let's talk about, now that they've made all these mistakes, what about hardware prices this year? Okay, so some of it is tariffs. Where's this layer? Let's get rid of that layer. Let me get hardware, Xbox hardware prices. Because it's bad. Images? Do we have a, nope. Do we have an images? Does this cover both? Is this, yeah, this is the one. That's a really junk version of that. Is this a better quality image? It's not a great quality image, everybody. I'm so sorry. But let's take a look at this real quick. Oh, that's actual size. God, it's so awful. It's so awful. Okay, no, I can't do that to you. Okay, let me find it here. Is this the one? This is the old one. I want the new one. This is the second time they raised prices in like 2 years, right? Or in a year. No, I do not want AI mode, Google. I just want the correct answer, please. That would be nice. Just the correct answer. Okay, GameSpot article. Do you have a nice clean table? No. Of course not. Okay. So an Xbox, so they have the Xbox Series S and the Series X. For those of you that don't know, the Series S is the white one, a little limited on performance. And then the Series X can run games at slightly better quality, unless you're Borderlands, and then you actually get a laggier experience because it's trying to hit 60 frames and it can't. So the Xbox Series X 2 terabyte is now $800. Now that's with a 2 terabyte. I think the default is like is it a half gig? So you can install Call of Duty and one other game, and that's $600. It's really kind of ridiculous right now. I mean, the tariffs do not help. I'm not going to get into tariffs, but it has not impacted Sony and Nintendo, who both produce parts of their consoles in China, Taiwan, and Vietnam collectively, all who have very large tariffs applied to electronics. So that's a big mess, but I don't know. Microsoft is just getting greedy and they're trying to do it through their subscription money. And I hope that enough consumers look at what they're actually getting and realize that, like, they're probably not getting the value. I don't know. If you hang out around our Discord, you may know Adia, and Adia like cranks through Game Pass games. She's top of the achievement board every month. She might actually play enough games where that is valuable enough to her, but she does it, I think, with a lot of indies. So you're gonna have to play a lot more of them to make that worthwhile. I don't think it's worth it anymore. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, there were loopholes before with the reward system where, like, if you played a Game Pass every day, you got points. If you used Bing for search, you'd get points. Like, she was using Bing for search for no good reason other than to get points. But you could pay for your Game Pass with it. But now they are limiting how many points you can get and how you use them. So you have to like convert it to a card that cannot be converted directly into Game Pass membership. So they're putting up some roadblocks, which I get. You don't want loopholes and people taking advantage of the system, but they made a lot of bad changes. And I'm sorry, I've been ranting for a while. I've been terrible about the chat. Darsh, hello. Let's see. Microsoft divest their hardware business, including Xbox. Oh, I didn't even talk about the best part. Earlier this year, I was hyped for an Xbox handheld. And then they raised their prices. They raised Ultimate. They continued to push out junk games that don't interest me. Indiana Jones looked great. I played it for one session and I was done with it. Avowed was horrible. Like, They're cranking out a bunch of crap. They're just pushing stuff out the door. Industry standard, push it out. We don't care if it's ready. Is it ready that some people will pay for it and we can make money off it? Yes, then ship it. Like, that's the industry now. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, I closed the old Discord in a bad state of depression, which I don't know, what was that, 2021? So, start a new map? Maybe. It's probably not going to be map pack 4, I'll tell you that. I should add those into my tier list, but I'm pretty sure none of them are S tier you must builds. Yes, you must like the Discord rules. I mean, not that you have to like them, but you should abide by them, and you do have to acknowledge and check at the bottom that you effectively read them to access the rest of the Discord. Okay, let's switch up. My controller went to sleep. Relaxation station? We'll try it. We'll try it for a minute. I'm not even playing yet. Okay, so I was super excited about an Xbox handheld. How much is the OLED Steam Deck right now? Steam Deck, 1 terabyte OLED, $649. If you want the Xbox version of that, it is $1,000. Who is in charge over there, and why have you not fired them yet? You are laying off and closing studios left and right, but the jackasses making these decisions? Like, give them a raise. Bonus package. Idiots. You're absolute idiots over there. I'm so glad that, too, I've seen collective disgust in, like, every tech channel that I follow. Or at least everyone that is loosely related to gaming. Like, it just blew up my feed. Game Ranks, Maddie Plays, just like everybody. I mean, even freaking Moist Critical was ranting about it. Like, it's ridiculous the number of creators that are talking about this and putting it in a really bad light, because it is. Because unless you are really into Fortnite, it's probably not a good deal for you. Yeah, like $1,000 for an Xbox handheld. What can it do that a Steam Deck can't do, except play very specific console titles that you can't get? Like, I could, had it been a more reasonable price, I probably would have got one to play cities all around my house. You know, to not have to be in my office, to take it to the back porch or bring it up to the bedroom without having to do the cloud, which is terrible. Even for a game like Cities Skylines, the cloud lag and latency is not good even today. So to get a crappier version of that, like, just, oh, we gave away cloud to everybody, but they're giving you a slower version, making you think that upgrading that is going to be a good idea. And honestly, it is a novelty. Save that money. $360. $360, right? You would spend on Xbox Game Pass Ultimate in a year. Do you know what you can get for $360? Hang on. This would be a lot better if I was set up to flip to this stuff on the fly. Do you know what you can get for $360? An LCD 256 gig Steam Deck and $40 worth of games on a Steam sale. Do you know how many games you get for $40 worth? I think I just got 11 games for $26 on Steam sale. So, like, it's not insignificant. You could have a Steam Deck and 11 games. Or you could have Game Pass Ultimate for a year. It's kind of crazy. It's the math doesn't math is the problem. And they think it does. And I think they're betting on people with disposable income that are just going to ride it out. people that aren't going to notice the extra $10 in their account, or they're betting on the future of trying to bring in Fortnite kids. That is the major appeal of this pack, if you ask me, is I get my free Fortnite crew battle pass and V-Bucks to spend every month. Sweet deal. So that's where we are at. Companies pushing out half-finished games. Gigantic trillion-dollar companies pushing out harebrained hardware pricing, and they're losing the console war, right? They're not doing well. PlayStation and Nintendo are both shipping more units. So what do? They raise prices. You know what though? Raise them again. Then let's hike up Game Pass too. And let's announce an incredibly exorbitant price on a handheld device that half the appeal of is the service that nobody wants anymore. Talking about the state of Game Pass, I'm just ranting. It's what I do around here. But Game Pass is the fresh topic. Talked about EA for like 5 minutes, but Microsoft and Game Pass and all their failures is pretty remarkable. But the Steam Autumn Sale is happening right now. And I got a bunch of games, and I think it was like $26. I have a ton of stuff in my wish list. I got to go through every once in a while and see, like, you know, did I add it in a moment of weakness? Sometimes I do. Microsoft's a mess. Yeah, I mean, like, sell off Xbox. Let it be its own thing. Let the gaming people do the gaming. It's really unfortunate when it is bled dry for corporate profit. There's things you can get away with that. There's technologies you can get away with that in. Art, which I firmly believe gaming is, art is not one of those things that you can bleed dry with corporate profits. I mean, you can. No, I shouldn't say that. You can. But if you think that the product is going to be sustainable in the long run, it isn't. But that is not what matters to investors. Quarter by quarter matters. Because as soon as you become less interesting from a profit perspective, they take the money out and they move it someplace else. They don't care about your long-term success. And do the executives that are getting multi-million and billion-dollar payouts, you think Phil Spencer cares? No, because he told us that he absolutely loves the game, and then they shut the studio down a week later. I couldn't put the controller down. It's amazing. By the way, you're all fired. Also, when they got to announce changes to Game Pass, notice that, like, Phil Spencer's on, like, every stage when it's time to announce a game. Hey, check out Horizon. Hey, check out Avowed. Hey, check out Starfield. But listen to this lady that you've never heard of now that we got to tell you about price increases and adding the Fortnite crew to Game Pass Ultimate. Stand up. Do that job too, Phil. You wuss. It's just like, it's lame. It's just lame. Literally, I've been playing Xbox since the week it came out. Not the day it came out, but the week it came out, playing Halo at my buddy's house, which quickly became playing 16-player, 4 copies of Halo at a LAN party, thousands of hours. It's been my ecosystem for a long time, and I go back and forth. Like, I have all the platforms, but it's been my main system for a long time. And I was, again, a big fan and proponent from a consumer perspective that Game Pass Ultimate was a great value until this most recent change. Yeah, Phil can go. Phil can get out of here. Phil's aura is atrocious at this point. He's not doing anything. Like I said, he's happy to get up there on stage and steal the thunder at a trade show, but he's not gonna make a video and talk about Game Pass changes. He's not gonna get shredded for that. Let somebody else do that. Well, do you want to think about the EA thing? My Sims loving heart is scared. I mean, that franchise was already in trouble, to be honest. And at least with EA, like, can it get much worse? Yes, but an investor buying EA, I mean, I would think, again, thinking that any kind of private equity leveraged buyout like this is going to be focused on quarterly profits. I cannot imagine a scenario where you take a company like EA and not be focused on what you could do with a quarterly profit perspective. And if that is the case, they probably see that there is, and EA has proven this out for a decade now, there is a ton of money to be made by recycling sports titles every year, updating the roster, changing virtually no features, and then charging another $70 for it. And on top of that, now that is disposable and like last year's version is kind of in the can, well, you got to buy this year's version if you want to play people online and get the updated rosters and all the cool new stuff, which isn't actually cool new stuff. And every time they do that, they have a bunch of whales that come along for the ride that will buy the ultimate team packs and effectively what are random loot box equivalents to card packs in the sports games. And that means that you don't have to spend a lot of money to rebrand your game every year to make a bunch of money off of it. So I would suspect, if anything, perhaps a decline in the quality of the sports titles, which is amazing to think because they haven't been doing great for a while. Sims is going down, but the fact that this game is so progressive and inclusive, I doubt that the investors will keep pushing the inclusivity. Oh, so along those lines, while I'm thinking about inclusivity, we talked about on one of the last streams, City State Metropolis, which is coming out. And there's two previous City State games. The first City State game was a very politically minded sim. And after hearing some of the feedback, they made it a little bit less political. And then the third one, I think they're leaning towards making it more of a city builder and a lot less political, which is good. But I picked up the first two games and I refunded them. We're not here to talk politics, okay? We are not here to talk politics. But that guy's kind of a shitbag. So effectively what the politics of the first game was, I played it very briefly, read the policies, and refunded the game. So basically, like, any left-leaning policy makes the game more difficult. Any right-leaning policy makes the game easier. There was some weird stuff in it too, like policies that only benefit minorities make the left happy. Like, I wonder what this guy's politics are. I saw that and I'm like, okay, I'm good. Like, it's one thing, like, if you are political and you have beliefs, if you're gonna build them into a game kind of like memeing like that, I don't know. I'm not going to support it. And I'm certainly not holding out hopes that a single guy, I think from Italy, that has that kind of politically meme-oriented mindset is going to put out a banger of a game. If he does, congratulations, but I am not supporting it, so it's not my thing. Yeah, it was very weird. Very weird. I mean, check it out if you don't believe me. The first City State has some very, very weird politics. You can find out for a couple bucks. But I recommend that you probably find out pretty quick and then just refund it. Arctic Fox, welcome. I see Warren is familiar with your stuff. Yeah, no thank you, right, AC? I'm good. Right. The other thing too, like, I don't know. I play games to get away from that stuff. So I'm lucky enough that I manage a team of sales engineers now. That's a camera. That's a camera. Keep going, game. Show us what you want to show us. It's out there somewhere. But my particular area of focus is cyber threat intelligence. And unfortunately for that, my anxiety does not appreciate this. Unfortunately for that, I have to be very in tune with geopolitical events. I mean, I don't have to be, but it's like literally the basis for a lot of cyber threat activity around the world. Is a lot of it stems from nation states and conflicts and political motives. It's honestly depressing keeping up with it all. And I play games to forget about that stuff. Not to get mired down in it. So yeah, that's why I won't support that one. Happy birthday from Apple Buddy. Thanks, Apple Buddy. Apple Buddy's my wife. My wife. Happy anniversary, 21st birthday. Yeah, Sin, I was saying earlier that you were a little bit off. It's 23 and a half anniversary. I'm gonna say my brain does not like ignoring the news, but I don't want anything to do with it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't want, that's not the stuff that I want to worry about. Like I saw there have been requests over the years, and a lot of people wanted like deeper political sim and military and war in cities, and it's just like, why can't you build something better than a war machine? And if you want to do that, like, go play Civ or something. It is my birthday today, yes. Be funny to nuke a city in CS though. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. This is very elevator music-y. I don't know. This is the relaxation station. Another Libra. Stop using social media, but YouTube decided to tell me all about the news. Oh, you know what is really awesome? I found a really cool. I don't want to use YouTube on my phone anymore. So there is a plugin that you can get called Unhook, and you can turn off, I mean, everything. You can turn off your home feed if you want. You can turn off subscriptions, playlists, live chat, comments, the sidebar recommendations. You could just totally disable it. If you just want YouTube to be the video that you went to watch and no other recommendations, like that's the only thing that will appear on the screen. And at the end of the video, it's just a black screen. It's amazing. It's amazing not being force-fed suggestions for your next video and potentially walking away from the platform. Like, I watched the thing, I'm gonna go do something else. It's great. Happy birthday, thank you, appreciate it. Want that on mobile? Leave me alone, like curated sub feed? Wait, whoa. Do you use subscriptions in 2025? Amanda, do you use the subscriptions feed? I am shook. If I am understanding you correctly, I am shook right now. That has not been useful to me in at least a decade. Can you even tell how many subscriptions you have? Do they count? Like, is there a place that displays the number of subscriptions you have? Because there is no way that my subscription feed has been useful in like literally a decade. All. It won't tell you all. Hold on a second. Okay, there we go. All right, hold on. You want to see? This is my subscription feed. You ready? It's lagging every once in a while, but like I'm still scrolling it. That's my subscription feed. How am I supposed to find videos in that?
I must have over 1,000. I don't even know. I mean, I've been on YouTube with this account since 2011. Got to curate it.
So that's the thing too. You know what the wild thing is like,
you are of the generation that subscribes. Do you know that the most younger user base today don't use subscriptions because it's not relevant?
Because the algorithm is still going to show them videos that they want to watch. They don't care to subscribe. It's not a useful feature.
Sub unsub all the time. Well, I appreciate you sticking around here, AC. I'm glad I made the cut. Churches in Moss and stuff would be kind of cool. Like there is like a cathedral of some sort, and there's a church in the new what's the wooden pack. This song is not. I am not jiving with this. This is a relaxation station. Is not relaxing me right now. I don't know. How are we doing anyways? Anything horrible happening in the background here? We're at 377 million. Things are okay. We got a little bit of garbage piling up, a little bit of bodies. It's not a big deal. It'll be fine. Yeah, nothing about assets. Gaming in general, like there's been a lot of disappointing trends in gaming. The monetization, pushing half-finished games out. And it was particularly painful in a really weird way to be so close to Cities 2's failure. I think it is a failure. I'm pretty sure if they're still heavily pushing content for CS1 and not pushing paid content for CS2, it says a lot. You know, there's more players playing CS1, not just on Steam, but obviously it's the only option for Cities players on PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch. When are we gonna do a new series in Cities Skylines? I don't know if you'll like the next one. I hope that you will, but we're planning a meme city. So it might be built on stream, but I might do it episodic and do videos as well. But I was thinking like we could start with a one-tile city in the center and then just do ridiculous things in every tile spawning out from there. I don't know. We're going to bounce some ideas around. It seemed like a good idea when we were talking about it the other day, but it was also like 2 a.m, so I could have been brain fried. What do we throw ideas in the chat? If you were gonna do a meme city, what would you do? Okay, so there's a one-tile city somewhere. Do we have to do a poop village? I think we kind of have to. We kind of have to have some. We kind of have to have maybe a one-way road, like a one-road tile, where it's just like a snaking road, up and down, up and down, up and down, one-way street. That could be all right. We come up with a bunch of different ideas. Pedestrian only. So we'll do pedestrian only tile. Parks. The only way they can get from one half of the city to the other half is through parks and tolls in the center. Zigzag one ways, absolutely. Yeah. See, we got some stuff we can do. $250K pop. It's the me watching you suffer. Yeah. I don't even know if I may not have hit. There's one of the churches. That's a favorite building of mine. I don't even know what pack that's from. I don't even think I've hit 250. I think I've hit 230s in Springdale. Whatever I did for season 4 Park Life, the big downtown. I think that's the biggest I've had. Prussian Peaks? Prussian Peaks is DLC, isn't it? Isn't that
Natural disasters?
Ooh, what about an entire tile of the city that doesn't have a single perpendicular road to one another? How infuriating would that be? Every street is crooked. It'll be kind of like Boston. Could be good. City out of just triangles? Wait, one big triangle or a bunch of triangles stitched? Could work. The OCD says no, but the chaos says yes. A roundabout city? You know what? Hold on a second. I just got an idea that we could test out live right now. Okay, quit. Yes, Sasquatch, we got a roundabout city happening right now. It's not going to be the one that you wanted, though. Okay, new game. We'll use a new map just because. Oxbow River, because I remember not liking it. So we may as well get it out of the way for something silly like this. Okay, Oxbow River. We're going to throw the cheats on because we're just going to build something and see if we can make it work. I don't know what you're talking about, Warren. What do you mean? I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe nothing but and zoning directly on it and leaving the one way backwards and seeing how far we can get. Because that could be fun. He sounds guilty. Jen, what's up? I am guilty. You know me so well. Okay, Epidemic Sound. We're going to get off of Cities music. Lo-fi? Are we okay with lo-fi? Alternative hip-hop, maybe? Let's do alternative hip-hop. I will sort by popularity, and we'll let the dice roll. I gotta wait for the drop to know if this is gonna be good or not. Nope. Alt rock? I can get into some post rock. Don't get me wrong, like I like alt rock, just not as a background for city building. Both kinds of music, country and western. Oh God. I am a big alt rock fan. I was into a lot of punk way back in the day, a lot of new wave. My wife was into that wave of rock music like after me, the Blink 182, Third Eye Blind, all that. Good Charlotte, like all the emo stuff that came after. Goo Goo Dolls. I'm still so sad. A Small Monkey and I and my wife got to see the Goo Goo Dolls in Boston. It was the only time I've ever gotten to see them. I think Small Monkey's seen them multiple times, but oh my God, I can't remember his name. What the hell is his name? Lead singer was sick. He had the flu. So the other guy sang, and it was like, it was amazing because it was at this outdoor dome in Boston, and the crowd, my God, the crowd made up for him not singing. Just checked your free members message. 55 months. What the actual hell, AC? Oh, since you're here, everybody, good luck. Here's 5 gifted memberships. They let me send it. Johnny Resnick, of course. Thank you.
Everybody knows except me. What the heck? Okay, so there's some gifted memberships. You can spam some stuff in the chat now. Thanks for hanging out with us, everybody. Or even if you're not hanging out in the chat, that's okay too. It doesn't cost you anything. It just gives you little emote options. So feel free to use them or not and come back for more streams. But 55 months. What the actual hell, AC? Okay. Emotes. There's some fire emotes. Elmo fire right away. Okay, we'll see if we can make some fire happen for you. So we have everything unlocked. If we come over here into roads, we have the sole building block for our new city right here. Can we get this in a way where it hooks up to both? That would be cool. No, it won't do that. Okay, we'll put it over here. No, you know what? No, we won't. We won't. We're gonna get it over this way. Didn't realize it'd been that long. Yeah, what do you get? You get a highlighted message every month with a membership. Is that what the deal is? You definitely have not been flexing those. Okay, can we drop this thing right on the end of this road? Oh, perfect. It's so beautiful. Look at that. Okay, where's the broken piece too? This one right here. These roads are supposed to be facing opposite directions. They're not supposed to be facing the same direction. So if you buy this pack, you happen to use this intersection, I hope you're not expecting much, but definitely fix that road. We are not going to be fixing that road though. Couldn't think of anything better to do waiting for a video to render than watch some Magic Mouse roundabouts. Let's do it. Here's what we're going to do. This is the building block for our city. And as we expand, we just add on. Can we get a third one in there, or do I have to start breaking roads? I think I have to start breaking roads. Okay, we'll break some roads after. A train about yet? No, but we can run a train right along all these. Look at that bend. That's beautiful. Okay, we'll only use the new intersections for our city. How about that? Okay, so let's break out our zoning tool. I guess this could be our residential neighborhood over this way. Should be fine, right? We'll move some people in on the inside of this atrocity. That can be our first little residential pocket right here. Don't want to forget these prime bits of zoning. I should do this with the brush. You know, we'll just go all over here as our residential in this part. Perfect. And then this can be our little commercial sector. And we'll get a little buffer in here so that we can do industrial right over this way. It's gonna be beautiful. And this will be our industrial pocket over here. Just a little bit of industrial, and then that way we don't have to zone later when we need it. Should be fine. Okay. It's gonna be the worst city. It's gonna be great. Okay, let's have them move in 3 times speed, and we'll work on our water and electricity. Or not, it doesn't matter, right? How much to blow it up? 55 months, you get it for free. It's like rewards points with Microsoft. One tiny little building, the centers, yeah, exactly. Okay, they're already complaining. Come on now. Okay, so we've got the water there. We're gonna put the sewage right there. This is practice for the meme city, by the way. Okay, and pipes. Oh my God. Okay, who wants a nuclear power plant? You do. Right there? It won't let us build there? Okay, fine. Fine, here you go. There's a little spot where it'll let me. There you go. Okay, they're powered now. This is beautiful. This is great.
Okay, let's get over here and get ready for some office expansion. Oh, we gotta buy more tiles. We're buy more tiles to make room. Can we get in here with one? No? Okay. There we go. Look at this. This is beautiful. Oh, this is awesome. All the industry moving in. All the little, I don't know, gas canisters. Those pipes are evil. Here, let's let the cinematic camera show us the beauty of this new city already. Like, look, I mean, it's not horrible, but like you will break your neck on those on and off ramps. Kind of surprised that's in a paid map pack. That's the kind of stuff I would do on my own. With some house fire candles, we could do that. We could do that. I like that it decided to give us this little slow shot of the sewage river. Oh, is this not running? Why is this not running? Should this be spitting out sewage? Oh, there we go. Okay, perfect. Now everybody's gonna get sick. Let's see, pollution views. 3 times speed. That's gonna be problematic. They're probably gonna want healthcare, right? We'll give them a clinic so they can go get that checked out. Problem is that they have to take the dirt road all the way around to get there. Because this isn't actually connected to the road. My God. Okay, healthcare, because I'm sure people are going to get very sick very soon. In case they don't make it to the hospital, we'll put the cemetery a little bit closer. That way they can drop them off. Like, I didn't make it. We don't have to make the whole trip. There's no point in wasting it. This is how the town started. It is also how it's probably going to end. Oh God, do I have double music playing? I probably do. It was playing quietly in the background. I'm the worst. Should have houses. Yeah, so we should light up some houses. We don't have any fire coverage, which is a shame. Police coverage either. Oh, we're missing some water coverage over here. Hold on. Oh, whoops, I missed the spot back there. We gotta make sure we cover all the spots. There we go. Okay. Oh, we didn't water over here. Hold on. So this is how you lay pipe, everybody. We should get all this neighborhood in case we decide to move people in eventually, I guess, right? Somebody screenshot that and send that to Phil, please. Jesus Christ. It's so bad. It's so bad. Masterpiece. Okay, zoning tool. Surely we'll have some office demand, right? Right there? Right there? I guess we gotta do that now. Okay, and then what do we have? We have more residential. I guess we'd want some high density over here. I can't wait to see how the traffic shakes out on all these. Like, I really think, like, if you're gonna put intersections like this in your DLC and you're gonna charge people money, like, it's time to give away the 2-lane highway roads. Oh, we want eco-friendly houses, though? Okay. Getting dinner, what did you miss? Oh, nothing too bad. Just working on a new city with some of the new assets. Somebody's gonna tune into this and think this is serious. One ugly QR code building, please. Oh my God. Okay, where is that? Is that this one now? Let's see. How about, let's see if we like this. We do. Okay. Let me find it now. Move the mouse. Move the mouse. Posts. Where is it? This is a while ago. I gotta find it now, though. Where was it? How long ago was this? Oh my God. I forgot. I did it around the release of Cities 2, so like 2 years ago. There it is. There it is. Okay. Studio mode, capture, window. This one, posts. Okay, here we go. So this is a post that I made like 2 years ago. The irony of this countdown clock in Cities Skylines 2 remastered on consoles. I'm guessing it's never getting an update. And you may notice that I mean, you may not. It'd be easy for you to miss. That QR code does not look like the QR code. So that's what that QR code is on my posts. It's a Rickroll. I thought it looks pretty legit. I think I did an okay job with it. I haven't checked the comments in a while. Did I get anybody with this? Can I control F to full screen that? I can. Okay. They should change it to say soon. I love how Paradox put out a garbage game. It should be replaced with Blimp saying sorry. Currently acting as a giant advertisement. Should drop a video on just talking and okay. I ain't seen a flop like that since the last time LeBron James played. I think I posted a LeBron flop compilation. The game or the clock? The page it takes you to Adia. The page it takes you to should be a clown picture, and to which I replied, "Scan the link, see where it goes." Oh man. Okay. So that's my sense of humor right there. Where is it? Oh, captures, display capture. Okay. So that QR code will take you to the webpage for the release on PC. That just like console disappeared. How? They had a build ready to go. They had something that was probably at the certification stage based on the timeframes that I understand, because they didn't announce a cancellation until they were well within that window that a certification build would need to be, I would think, would need to be at Xbox or PlayStation. I wish I could have seen the state of the game. Sin, thanks so much for stopping by. Appreciate it. Coming never, I think, is the update though. Okay, how's our traffic doing so far? Looks like it's doing all right. This is actually really effective, I will say. It's doing great at our first 500 people. Oh, I see we're in a Euro belt. That's always so startling to me. I don't know why. But seeing the Euro buildings pop up. We'll put some more low density housing in over here. A little bit right there. You don't want to have to go too far for shopping, so. And we still have a lot of residential demand, so I guess we could round this out over here. We don't have any services of any kind yet, though. Okay, services-wise, what do they want us to have? We put in healthcare and death care. They're not getting any more of that. They probably need more of that because of where we put the water, but that's okay. Police department. Fire department. You know what? Taxi depot. There we go. We'll throw some taxi stands around too, just so people don't have to wait everywhere. They're complaining about being sick anyways. It's fine. Oh, I forgot we turned it to orange. That's the water intake right there. That's not good. Showcase this majestic build. We'll give him a clip. We'll give him a clip. Oh God. Should probably pause it there for a second. I think I mentioned to Egg when we did I did Egg's podcast for his patrons, and I think I'd mentioned that we could possibly do that. It'd have to be me giving him the tour and the footage, because obviously he can't do that for everybody, because he can't bring the save over without getting access to your account. Which, please don't give anybody access to your account. Not even Egg. Probably not a good idea. Okay, where will it let me hook in here? Will it not? We might have to get a little creative in how we hook this in. And by creative, I mean like that. Oh, it won't even put one over the taxi stand. Oh, it's so beautiful. Got traffic lights there now. Can we add traffic lights at the... Oh God, yes. Oh God, yes. Okay, hold on. Where's the entrance to the city? Okay. This is gonna be so good. This is gonna help all of our traffic flow problems right here. This is kind of disorienting, honestly. Somehow this flashbang of a UI though is still less offensive than the new Cities 2 UI when you go into info views. Okay, play at 3 times speed. Okay, that's beautiful. I don't know how Biffa made so many videos about fixing traffic when all you have to do is turn on the traffic lights and add a bunch of roundabouts. It seems easy enough to me. This is the science behind it. I've cracked the code. I mean, technically in CS Info Views, you can see everything. Just it's all at the same time, and it's nothing but bright, blinding light burning a hole in the back of your retina. But technically, that bright light is the inclusion of all colors, just at the same time. Also, cancer. You probably have eye cancer. Yeah, you didn't have this roundabout. This is the secret traffic fix right here. My God, there's so many lights because there's so many roundabouts. We watched the last live stream that they did. We reacted to that in the last one, and It was literally like getting flashbanged when they called it up. It was like, it was shocking. Absolutely shockingly bright. Okay, I think that is all of the lights that we can possibly do for the time being. So let's... Well, they're just getting... Do the lights not stop you if there's nobody to stop? Are they somewhat intelligent? Are they... No, never mind. Like, will it just let people keep flowing through until... It could be. It could be the case. I think they might be like that. Like, that light is never going to turn red until another car comes around. Like, right now, it's going to turn red. Even though it didn't need to for that car, that other car approached the intersection, tripped the light. So far, so good. Did Biffa do a how low can you get traffic? That doesn't seem like that much of a challenge. I feel like I could excel at that. Well, that's not good. You know what would probably help out is if we raise taxes. Get a little bit more money in the bank, and then maybe that will help people not feel so sick. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Appreciate it. It's totally fine. Yeah, no, this is how it works.
Good night, birthday boy.
Thanks, babe. Appreciate it. Oh, I got birthday presents. I was gonna show off some birthday presents tonight.
Which one?
I got them behind me. I got a bunch of them.
Oh, God.
I got most of them.
You have to. They think you just.
They're not in yet.
Oh.
So I absolutely would. Well, I will. I was waiting for you. Yeah, I know. So I got presents. Where are we? There we are. Okay. So from my wife, I'm a big Lego fan. I'm also a big Keith Haring fan, and I didn't even know that there are Keith Haring Legos. So I am super excited about those. That's one. Now, as cool as that is, my daughter picked out a Lego set for me as well. How freaking cool is that? It's the chocolate room. Pure imagination. And they got all the kids. So you got, you got Veruca, you got Augustus Gloop, Violet Beauregard, Mike TV, you got Grandpa Joe and Charlie, and of course, Willy Wonka and a couple Oompa Loompas. The other parents are absent though. Come on. There we go. Focus, camera. Come on. Oh, I ran. Yeah. Okay, there we go. So I got that, and I got another present that I assume another part is coming, but I got a Flipper Zero dev board for Wi-Fi. Oh yeah, Gene Wilder's in there. Don't you worry. The Timothée Chalamet Wonka was really good. They did a really good job with that. It does not have Slugworth, no. And then the other thing that I got is a temporary holdover because my wife actually got me a nicer set. But I got the Genesis lockpick set from Covert Instruments, lockpicking lawyer set. It's a really nice set. But then I got the new Covert Companion coming, which I'm super excited about. I like lockpicking. I'm not the best at it, but I could probably get into most houses. House locks are not that complicated. I mean, it's not important. The traffic is surprisingly not as disappointing as I hope it was. Do we make the people healthier so that we can see how this city actually works? Hold on. Let's put the sewage down here, or at least further downstream. Everyone's gonna start feeling better and complaining less. Did we put a cemetery in yet? We did. It doesn't have power though, so is it not running? Is this not functioning because I didn't power it? Do cars start pouring out of here as soon as it's powered? Oh, dang it. 2. Oh yeah, no, they weren't rolling cars because they weren't powered. That's a little bit problematic. Just a little bit problematic. Let's follow some people around and see. It hurts to look at. It's so bad. Oh my God. Adia, what's going on? I talked about my Rickroll post. It was, AC gave a super chat to put this beautiful thing in the city. And I made a reference to my post, and you had commented on it. You were the last commented on it. And I was like, you should click the link. You should click the link, see where it goes. And it's a Rickroll. We talked, I ranted quite a bit, Adia, about Xbox and hardware prices and Game Pass Ultimate, and specifically called you out as the one person I know that might benefit from Game Pass Ultimate because you play so many games, but also will you play so many games if you're not making Microsoft points for it, or as many Microsoft points? I don't know. What are your thoughts on Ultimate? We talked about it earlier, but I'm intrigued. I want to know. Countdown to CS2 I've never used. Yeah. It's funny to think now, the community was hyped. The community was absolutely hyped because the player count for an 8-year-old game at the time went up. And there were a lot of people playing, and those same number of people were playing, just split across 2 games for the first month that Cities 2 came out. And then it all started to dwindle. It killed both games. It's remarkable. It's a remarkable study in what not to do. Yeah, we wanted CS but better. What we got was CS but worse somehow. And less complete, like a much less complete version of the game than the one we had on console, not to mention the one that people with mods have access to on PC. But people didn't go back to CS1, which is kind of strange. Yeah, it is strange. But also, I understand it because I felt the same way. To be fair, though, and I've talked about this on the channel, we can't really talk about specifics of the builds that we had access to, but I can tell you that the core game of CS2 was always boring to me from the very first time I ever played it. Compared to what it released at, the early builds that we had access to were fine. They were just as ready, and they were just as exciting to play, which in my opinion is not at all. I never felt excited to play CS2, and I got at least 2.5 years, almost 3 years of ramp time behind the scenes, knowing about it, getting to play builds, and just not being excited. And I think there were genuinely a fair number of creators that thought the day one patch was going to fix things. And the game still is so broken that one patch does not fix it. It just doesn't. Yeah, I would still play. Microsoft nerfed reward points about 2 years ago. They did it again, though. Keep that in mind.
They are nerfed again, and you are capped at $100 for the year. I probably would spend over $360 if I bought the games directly, so I'm going to keep Ultimate for now. Yeah, and again, specifically, I called you out as like the one person I know that plays enough games. I went through and looked at like, because the big selling point for me is the first access to first party games early, like day one games. The next day one game I'm excited about is Outer Worlds 2, which is a shame that it comes out after I downgrade. That's okay though. I'll wait and see reviews and buy it. After that, like there literally is not a game that I know of that I am excited about until like 2035 when they get around to releasing the next Fallout. So I don't know what they're going to put out that I'm going to care about. I am going to miss indie games, and that might be a reason to go to premium to give them another $5 a month. But the 30 is not worth it to me. I went through and looked at all the stuff that we'd be missing from my daughter's perspective. So indies that we got into that we probably wouldn't have gotten into if it weren't for Game Pass. And there's a handful of games that I'm going to buy. Unpacking. This is for my daughter. I'm going to rebuy these for my daughter. Unpacking. Totally reliable delivery service. Disney Rush. Ori and the Blind Forest, Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Gang Beasts. And Donut County. That was the extent of the games that we had on Game Pass. Games that she wanted to play that we didn't own already. And I can replace them for less than the cost of 2 months of Game Pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games for less than 2 months of Game Pass. So like, it just doesn't make any sense. Got to double check which games I didn't buy yet. Exactly. You can still get that discount while you're a member. Outer Worlds 2 is my next purchase. I loved Outer Worlds 1, but I am so hesitant based on Avowed and other things that I've seen come out of first party Microsoft for the last couple years. You know, when Bethesda is letting me down, when Obsidian and Avowed are letting me down, a corruption has taken over. And I don't think it's worth $30 a month. I don't even think it's worth taking a chance on. Like, I used to justify spend on new games because, like, for example, I had a video that popped on my channel early on, way more views than I had subscribers at the time. But I put it out the day that PUBG hit console. And it was like, do not buy PUBG, look at this broken mess. And I had footage of all the textures loading and the horrible laggy gameplay. The latency was so horrible, it was stupid. I had footage of a gunfight of me and a guy in a room. We both had like AKs and we emptied mags and didn't hit each other. We were just like shooting over each other's shoulders in a close room. If anyone knows Naked Gun and the gunfights that Frank Drebin used to do behind a garbage can and the bad guys on the other side of the garbage can, and they're like shooting pistols over at each one another, that's kind of what it was like. But I had a video on PUBG, don't buy PUBG, and it got like hate mongered because people were like, no, PUBG's awesome. You don't know what you're talking about. Like, okay, go play the game. Go buy it. I don't care. But I had so many views on that I made my money back on that. So like I could justify that spend of having paid for PUBG on console. But I'm past those days and I only make videos and content that I'm really excited about. Oop. Am I still connected? Because YouTube Studio just completely bombed out on my browser. Can I get a number 2 in the chat if you can hear me? Because I don't know what happened to my browser. That was weird. Still see you? Okay. Thank you. So, thank you. Okay, where was I? Yeah, it's just weird. My browser just like crashed. Yeah, it's an unfortunate time though. It's an unfortunate time to be fans of certain franchises, to be fans of certain platforms. I will say, I said earlier, the Steam Autumn Sale, I got so many games for $26. Which, by the way, if you're going to be hanging out and coming back and checking out the stream, I'm going to tell you right now, Clover Pit, we are playing very soon. There will be, if you don't know Clover Pit, it's like Balatro, but slot machines. And you're playing it over a metal cage that's going to drop you to your death. But it's totally chill and laid back, roguelike. It looks really cool. I've seen Northern Lion play it. Town to City will 110% be back. Also, I got Tiny Bookshop. I don't know about the playability of that on a stream, but I'm going to try it. I want to figure out a night. I mentioned this before, when a bunch of the members can all be on, because I got the Isle Tide Hotel, and it is like a full motion video game. It's got like very mixed reviews, and mixed reviews on a full motion video game means it's gonna be good. Because in other words, it's not gonna be good, which the cringe is so much half the fun in those things. Stario Haven Tower is a city builder that is vertical that I'm sure I will play. And I think I got some other stuff I can't remember now. But those are some of the things that I will be playing. So members, let's figure out, I mean, like, it'll be open to everybody, but I definitely want to make sure, like, you know, most of us can get on the core that would want to take part in a like a movie night basically with Isle Tide Hotel, because it's going to be horrible. It's going to be so horrible. It's going to be great. I need to finish zoning up these. Let me see what we need for zoning here. Only 2-year games or Game Pass. Unpacking and Little Kitty Big City, worth the money. Yeah, right. I mean, support. I gotta look at music too, because music. Subscription services are so bad because you are paying the company. You're not paying the artist. Like, artists don't get paid well on Spotify. And like, I have stopped buying music. Like, I love music. We just did a massive clean out of the garage, and rather than sell CDs for, you know, less than $1 a piece, or bothering to go out and sell the rare one, I threw them out. They went to the landfill. I have everything at like 320 or 512K MP3s. I got my vinyl collection back there. Like, I have so much music, but I stopped buying music when Spotify became a thing. And I loved Spotify, but it is getting drowned with AI crap music. And there's also a lot of stories of like them paying to license their own music. So there's this interesting underground gig economy when it comes to music. I should be in a good city just talking about this stuff, not flying around this thing. But there's like a gig economy of musicians now that make music that they're not really passionate about, but they can crank out 20 songs in a day of lo-fi and sell it to Epidemic or Spotify. And like, you can, if you've been paying attention, like the curated playlists that Spotify offer more and more of that music because they commission to have it made and pay the licensing. So they're not paying the artist for you to listen to it. They already bought it and paid for it and own it. So technically they're paying themselves on those playbacks when you play those popular playlists of like lo-fi or gloomcore or all of these, like, and especially the instrumental playlists are all over the place like that. They've even started like doing covers of songs and directing you to other artists. And then there's also the entire economy of creating albums and posting them on Spotify and search engine optimizing them so that when you ask your digital assistant to play lo-fi, it plays an album named lo-fi or an artist named lo-fi, not the music. And it's infested those sort of auto response algorithms. And it happens all the time with songs. It happens all the time with genres. Like it used to. I've been using Spotify for years and years, and things like Alexa and G-Word for music in the house. And like, I know what playlists it's going to bring up. For years, it would bring up very specific playlists when I said very specific words. And now it brings up artists by those names instead that are literally just trying to get plays off of the voice command. So they're just gaming the system. And it's really unfortunate that is a thing that can happen. And that is the thing, it does not get corrected sooner because they got to know that it's happening, but they don't care because they can pay out less to, you know, an AI artist gaming the system than they have to pay to, you know, Taylor Swift. It's just how it works. I buy music, don't use Spotify. I regret Spotify more and more. I did almost pull out and backed up most of my playlists to YouTube Music because I figured like, okay, I'm already in YouTube's ecosystem. It's not like I use it. It's like the only thing I watch. And obviously I'm here creating content on it. Like I'm there. Like, so I thought like maybe I'll move over to that, but I never pulled the plug on it. But I don't think that that's probably worth it anymore either. But it's how we listen to music in the house. So it's just, we're so intertwined with it. It's unfortunate. But I realized that I haven't bought music in so long, and I haven't bought many games on console in a long time. The games that I buy are generally on PC. Spotify just didn't work out. Had it since April. So I mean, I can't condone pirating music, but I get it. And I was around in the Napster days, blazing those trails. Technically, I was backing up music before that on CDs and cassettes. God damn, I am old. Recording cassettes off the radio and records, making mixtapes, burning CDs, and clogging up the internet with Napster. Somebody picks up the phone. What are you doing? Don't pick up the phone. Hang up. I'm downloading music. Wish you could buy music, but you're too poor. No. It's rough. It's like, and that's the thing. Like, if you look at the consumer price index, which is a fairly decent reference for like just in general how expensive it is to be a consumer, like that has gone up. The last time the United States raised the minimum wage, I think, was 2009. And in that time, the cost of living has gone up more than 50% with no change in minimum wage. It's really backwards. Like capitalism is so weird because it's like everybody is holding out like, no, don't disturb the system because I might be a billionaire tomorrow. I don't want to disrupt it because I might be a billionaire tomorrow. Is I'm pretty sure what the mentality is. I've eschewed all music streaming services. Keep listening to my records, CDs, and cassettes. Nice. I don't know if you can see it, but back here is two giant record shelves. And actually the bottom of the calyx over there, the two bottom 4x2 of, I cannot do this perspective wise that way. Daniel, that's all filled with records over there too. It's some hand-me-downs, late 70s rock and 80s new wave for my mother, but mostly stuff that I either hunted down in garage sales, but the overwhelming majority is probably 1995 to 1999. House, especially funky house, disco house, French house, a lot of grindy techno, not like hardcore or anything like that, but like 130 BPM, like Chicago and New York techno. My God, those were some times. Yeah, I mean, it's weird. Like, I really appreciate physical media when it comes to music, although, like, Xbox One and PlayStation 4 generation, for whatever reason, I was, like, totally on board with... it's probably download speeds got fast enough where it became viable. If it's faster for me to download a game than it is to drive to the nearest Best Buy and buy it and come back, Just download it, you know. And I think that's what happened around, what was it, 2013 when the Xbox One came out. Like, I have a handful of Xbox One games. Ugh. And for whatever reason, they're right over here, even though I haven't opened them in forever. Like, what do I got? Watch Dogs. Disney Infinity. I haven't brought myself to throw this out, even though I don't know if we have the thing that you put the characters on. Okay. If the multiplayer still worked, I would still be playing this. Far Cry 4, such a good game. Original Destiny, pretty decent. And then they started tearing it apart with DLCs in Destiny 2 and paywalling and eliminating content. It's the weirdest. It is the weirdest 10-year plan that I've ever heard of. And then how about this gem? Rock Band 4. But those, I think that's the entire collection of Xbox One discs that I have, and I got like 500 games. Like, it's kind of crazy. It just like for whatever reason, like I stopped caring about physical media because digital was so much more convenient when it came to games. And I think that the convenience of having so much music and playlists at your disposal without having to, you know, load it onto your phone or sync it or an MP3 player, like it's nice to be able to do that. But it also sucks that if I cancel Spotify, like I don't have any of that music, you know? It's just gone. We've been paying all that money for all these years for convenience. Oh, check this out. I found some of these laying around. 2009. Do you remember this, everybody? Ready? Instruction manual. Want to know how to play the game? The buttons are in the manual. They even introduced all the characters. Crazy times. Back in my day, lots of Lego game discs. Yes. Lego games. The old Lego games are so much better than new Lego games. Like I still love to play a new Lego game with my daughter, but there's something about the old Indiana Jones and Star Wars and redoing the cutscenes, but with nothing but grunting, like, and mumbling. It was so good. It was so good. Still have Connect games, hoping it makes a comeback. Okay, who does somebody else has to miss Xbox on, Xbox off, Xbox pause, play, skip, next. Like, oh my God, it was so awesome for using for voice commands, watching Netflix. And we had just had our daughter when I think it was 2016. So like, it was kind of at its peak. And like, when you're trying to change a baby and like, you need to, like, I can't find the remote. Like, you just talk to the TV, like Xbox pause. It's awesome. And like, finally now Roku remotes can do that too, but it either has to listen to you all the time or you have to have the remote in your hand and press the button to make it listen to you. So it's like, I don't know. The Roku remote doesn't seem as smart about not listening when I don't want it to. The Kinect was okay. It was pretty good at it. Some of the games were fun. Some of the games were very gimmicky. I don't know that they gave it a chance. Trying to bundle it though, and then not supporting it is a really odd choice. Keyboard overlays for PC games. Oh my God. I remember those. That's kind of wild. I forgot about those. They'd give you like little like cardboard cutouts to lay over your keyboard that would point you to the buttons. Crazy. I mean, I remember playing PC games when WASD wasn't a thing. Like arrows was how you moved. Nobody thought to map it to the other side of the keyboard. Zumba Rush. Cheaper than the gym. Let's save this beautiful city. Because I realize we're just flying around this. We could at least fly around something better.
So we gotta bounce around ideas for the meme city. So if you were over on the Discord, AC posted the link earlier. Where is it? I can pin it. It was ages ago. It might be out of my feed. It was so long ago. Anyways, tinyurl.com/move the mouse if you want to come hang out. It's very quiet over there, but share some ideas on a meme city. And still have my Novell DOS manual. Oh my god. You got the big diskettes kicking around, Warren. You got like the vinyl sized 7-inch diskettes. Thank you, AC. Appreciate it. That's the Discord link. Pinned. Yeah. I remember, what was it, like Windows 95 or Office 95, like 14 diskettes? Novell CNE. Okay, we got some old network heads in here. Okay. I got started a little later, but I was helping my mother when I was like 12 with OS2 on an AS400. It was kind of funny. Like they didn't know anything about batch scripting. I don't even remember where I learned it, but they were like, you know, like reading off of a piece of paper to start programs. And I was like, you want me to like write you a batch menu and like make this automatic and you can just hit a number and enter? And they were like, yeah, but can you do that? I was in elementary school working on an OS2. What? Adia, you clicked the link of the Discord that you're already in? Welcome, Adia, to the Discord. I gotta remember to check that the radio is off when I load in. I feel like it remembers it per city. It does. Where are we at? 377 million. I let it run a little bit today when I was at work. I just had it like as a screensaver doing this in the background. It's nice. It's relaxing. And it's just slowly making money. It's going to be a while to a billion, but we'll get there. Ooh, Dr. DOS. My God. Blast from the past. Our good old friend, Edge of Map Fog, is here tonight. Thank you. Appreciate you. I love the school buses in the neighborhoods. It's just such a nice touch. Just ignore the homunculus of the 1,000 people waiting for said bus stop. That's not really the ambience that we're going for, but it's what we got. What is this song? No. This has got to be in the wrong playlist. Maybe. Is this better? Hopefully. Sometimes I'm really impressed with how this game looks. Once the frames, once like the textures load in after the first frame or two of a cinematic. They're like, the textures aren't loaded in the first like second or two there, and then they load in, and it looks pretty decent some of the time. Some beginning of a vampire movie original soundtrack. Yeah, I don't know what that was. I mean, this is a little weird too. I have like a curated alternative hip hop playlist. It's a little bit more, I don't know. This is just a little weird. Something's going on my internet tonight. What is up? It is slow. This is the playlist that I've been using a lot. Let me see. Yeah, Epidemic Sound is really slow. I had YouTube drop out on me. Something's going on. Let's see what we got. Okay. Will never again miss taking my computer apart to move jumpers on cards. Get 16K lower memory. Yeah. 800 by 600 VGA. Remember how heavy the monitors were? Man. We also all probably have a tumor somewhere from those CRTs. Cartridge votes the memory to run a game. Yeah. When you used to have to reconfigure the operating system to boot your game. Crazy times. We've come so far. From that to just paying $30 a month to $1 trillion corporation for them to take care of it. Don't forget the $800 for the console. It is wild. Wild times. Okay, let me see here. Oh, just no vision at all. It's just gone from staring at the CRT too long. It's retinal damage. What's everybody excited about that's coming out? When is Battlefield next week? Battlefield's next week. I am super excited about that. I don't know if that's anybody's jam, but I will stream it because it's what I'm going to be doing. So if you want to check it out, you can check it out here. 286, man. I think the first PC I had at home was a 386. I think, but I definitely used a 286 at my cousin's, and an X86 I had some experience at my mother's work. Again, I don't even remember where I learned batch scripting, but OS2 was my first true every time I did anything related to like work per se. It wasn't just gaming. Come out with a new album. I'll check it out, Sasquatch. Let me throw it in Spotify and throw a couple pennies their way if I listen to the whole album like 50 times. I'll check it out. Here, hold on a second. How do I mute this to the stream? Here? Hold on a second. Give me a second. Let me check this out. This should not go out to the stream. Okay, you and my wife, we get along musically. You like Paramore? Because I feel like if you're into this band, you should be into Paramore too. I don't know if I'm catching the right vibe from the quick flip through these songs. But I feel like there's a similar vibe there. Although Haley is one of the best singers, I think, period, hands down, regardless of genre. What the hell she has like an acapella recording of her recording one of her tracks, and it's just her voice, and it will give you freaking chills. I'm trying to think what song it was. See if I can find it. Haley Williams acapella. It's her Still Into You recording. There's a recording of just her voice in the studio. I don't even care if we get dinged for this. Hold on a second. It's so freaking good. Oh my God. I'll take a copyright claim for this. Okay, hold on a second. Let me get my unhook plugin going. Hide that. Where's the oh, there we go. Okay, and then hide those. Yeah, just hide all of it. Okay. Okay. I've cut over here so many times. I really got to have like a browser just ready to go to do this with. Capture.
window capture is so good. It's so good. It's totally worth the claim. Okay.
Okay, okay, cool. Can count the years on one hand that we've been together.
I hope most of you know the
I
original
need the
song.
other one to hold you, make you feel better. It's not a walk in the park to love each other.
I can just hear that
But
bass
when my
line
fingers
stuck in my head.
interlock, can't deny you're worth it. 'Cause after all this time,
It's the whole song, I think.
into you, I should be over all the butterflies.
All right, we're gonna skip to the part that everybody
into
skips to. You ready for this? It's so good.
Well, some things just make sense, and one of those is you and I. Well, some things just make sense, and even after all this time,
She knows she has to step back.
I'm into you. Baby, not a day goes by that I'm not into you. I should be over all the butterflies.
So fucking good.
But I'm into
Okay, anyways,
you.
that's our copyright claim for today's
And
stream.
baby,
I'm usually good for at least one. I really just gotta head over to Twitch to do this stuff. Because they can just mute the audio after. It's easier. I'm about to sacrifice $70 for... On GeForce? Oh, dang. Have you played anything on there yet? I've heard it's decent. You should consider a PlayStation. You would love PlayStation games, I feel like. And if you don't have a PC, I guess GeForce is a way to do it, but wasn't bad playing CS2. Okay. That's what I wonder though, is how's it going to be playing a combat game where you have to time your parries? Okay. How was Black Myth? Did Black Myth play well? Because if you could hang in that, I'm sure that Ghost of Yote is going to be pretty similar. If anything, I think Black Myth is probably steeper difficulty curve, but I could be wrong. I think it would be more problematic, probably. Trying to convince you to buy a PS5 today. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like a lot of the games would be up your alley, like Ghost of Tsushima and Yote. I don't know if you like the Spider-Man games, but they are Spider-Man 1 and Miles Morales are two of the most incredible action games I've played. Definitely the two best superhero games I've played, for sure. Absolutely. And then what else has been really good on there? I mean, you got the Uncharted series. You got stuff like Ratchet and Clank. The Sackboy. I feel like there's a lot of other series that I can't think of right now that are really good. But there's also there's so many JRPGs and stuff that I bet would be up your alley. Let me see. Wasn't bad, not laggy, but you could tell it was less quality. Hoping Sony will play nice and release their exclusives. I mean, they're releasing them to PC. I don't think they have any. They're winning. Xbox is coming to them. I don't think they're going to give up and start selling their games on anything Xbox, especially as it is floundering. Why give people incentive to buy your game on a more expensive console? Like if you want to play our game, you got to go buy an $800 console, or you could buy a $500 PlayStation. What is PlayStation 4 right now versus PlayStation 5 versus Pro? $550 for the PlayStation Slim. What's the Pro? $750. $700 at GameStop. Must be a bundle here. So like, I mean, they're expensive. But I will say, like, the PlayStation, I don't know, PlayStation 5 is fine. Get into the ecosystem. You don't got to get a Pro. But it's been good. I do have the VR. I don't recommend that. They didn't put out enough titles. They didn't support it. But it was a nice headset for people that have glasses. And I did buy the adapter and have used it. It's pretty decent at PC. It's better than my Rift was, because my Rift, I can't wear my glasses. I had to get lenses to insert into the Rift. Like it is not comfortable for somebody that wears glasses. I can wear my glasses and put the PlayStation VR on like over, like you can stretch it out, and it's got enough clearance where it gets in front of your glasses and it doesn't smash them into your face like most VR headsets do. So the only saving grace of the PlayStation VR is that I can now use it on PC. It's unfortunate, but PlayStation overall, I think it's a solid thing. I'm just so invested in the Xbox ecosystem. If I played more single player games, I probably would make more time for it. Maybe I will make more time for it now and investigate what their library services are and get a bunch of games on there. Although I don't think they're as dialed into indies as Xbox was, which is unfortunate. I feel like PlayStation's not as easy for indie devs. Xbox is just another Windows box. And I feel like Nintendo does a little bit easier on source kits and probably audience that some indies want to target. Final Fantasy VII Remake this year. You know, there are some wild things. Like there are movies my wife hasn't seen. There are things like AC still using the subscription tab in 2025. And then there's things like me having never played a Final Fantasy game in my life. I've seen people play it, and I've seen enough to know that I don't want to play it. I'm really not into turn-based, but I realized one of the things that we rebought right away when we decided to cancel Game Pass was I bought Costume Quest 2 for my daughter. That is the only turn-based game I have enjoyed. Costume Quest 2 I think it's on Game Pass still, and the first one's not great, not as good certainly. The second one is an Xbox One generation game, and it's a really cute Halloween themed, like kid friendly turn-based game. It was a little tricky for my daughter, like when she was 5 or 6, but much easier now. Went to shower and you're still not playing it? No, tonight's not a play day. Tonight's not a play day. We're not building. We're venting about Xbox. Reminiscing about old times, talking about Novell and old computers and what subscription services have done to gaming and music. And talking about the good old days when games came with instruction manuals. All right, I'm gonna open up the page of weird. Okay, I'll admit, Nintendo books were the worst. I don't know what they printed them with, but a brand new instruction manual, Xbox or PlayStation, fresh off the presses, and the smell of that ink when you first open up the box, the brand new ink, amazing. And then Nintendo, I don't know what they print it with, but I think they mix like skunk oil into the ink because it's like the most repellent smell. You know what it is? It's probably the bitter agent they put on the Nintendo Switch stuff and just sitting in there, like just stewing with the paper. But it smelled, Nintendo Switch cartridges in the boxes smell awful when you open them, in my opinion. But that old print, like you just don't experience that anymore with the digital. New books too. New books. Oh my God, new books smells so good. Make that a scent, please. Okay, let me put my Borderlands back before I lose it. The Pixel ones, yeah. Yeah, I never played any of those. Oh, no worries, Chris. It's a weird night. It's a weird night for sure. I was talking about some of the stuff that we're gonna get into. I'm excited to play Clover Pit. Isle Tide Hotel when a bunch of us can get on, because it's gonna be so bad. It's gonna be great. I want to get more into Surrounded. That was that voxel art DayZ. That was really cool. I think they're coming out. I hope they're coming out. Oh, new news today. Infection system remade and way more fun. Bunkers, expanded subway and sewer system, new points of interest. What may be coming? Improving the quest system. Ooh, they added it. When did they add this stuff? Oh yeah, no, I haven't been on this in a while. I got to get in here. It was already, I thought, a really fun game. It's basically like a single player DayZ. They're planning to add multiplayer, and it's all voxel art. But it was really fun to play. I enjoyed it a lot. How are you going to play Jurassic Evolution 3? Probably the same way I played the last two, which is not at all. Or for like 15 minutes and get very bored with it. I think I own one of them thanks to a Humble Bundle, which I also discontinued this year because they used to just, like, I used to go in like every 3 or 4 months and claim all my keys. And now if you don't claim them in a month, you lose them. So I basically threw away multiple months of Humble Bundle. It's like, okay. So I was a customer of theirs for years. And because of that policy change, like I got burned by it. I didn't know about it. And I literally lost entitlements for 4 months. Basically just threw that money out. It used to work that way though, so it wasn't like I wasn't expecting there to be a problem. But I definitely don't work that way where I'm gonna remember to check in every month. I'm not, so it's not a service I can use anymore. This whole subscription mentality, like I would pay double to just auto claim the keys or store them for me. Like give me that convenience. Not we'll take your money and expire your stuff and throw it out for you. Like, no, that's a horrible deal. Who's signing up for that? People that remember to check it, you know, regularly. That is not me. Definitely not me. Okay, so let me see. Should we call it? Should we call it tonight? I don't know. I'm not playing, but that's okay. You know what? We were talking about it. Let's browse. Let's browse and see what we're losing out on. Games and apps. See all. Full library and Game Pass. Sort by group by letter. Let's really dive in here. Let's look at the most popular. Warzone. Warzone, I technically own it because isn't it free and I've installed it, so I technically own it. But it's also included with Game Pass. Oh yay! Forza Horizon is a really good game. That's one of the. I mean, I shouldn't say that. It's not the best in the Horizon series, but they've been fun, and that I will spend money on. That's one of the few titles that I will buy, and they're going to release another one next year. I also think, based on what they've been doing, it could be a terrible lean into live service more than past games, and it may not hit. It may not hit when it drops. It may not be. It just may be more 5, but more boring or wrong. I don't know. 5 wasn't as good as 4 or 3. Silk Song looks great. I'm not going to play it. It's way too tough for my frustration tolerance. Wobbly Life is amazing. Gang Beasts is amazing. We will be rebuying those. Did I buy Halo Infinite to play the campaign? Or did the campaign come with Game Pass? I never finished the campaign, but I don't particularly care about it, and the multiplayer is free. That's the only thing I play at this point, so whatever. That's fine. I thought Grounded was a really cool concept for a game. But then I lost all my stuff to a spider and like absolutely rage quit the game. I'm pretty sure I deleted the stream too. It was a harsh reaction, but I was so pissed. I'm like, nope, I'm done. This is not a game for me. No Man's Sky I have on Steam, so I don't care about losing that. Sea of Thieves I own. I'm not worried about any of this other stuff. I own Hades on PC. So like, there's a lot of stuff. Totally Reliable Delivery Service I will replace. So like, how much is that? Oh no, I own it already. Never mind. I own it. My daughter does not own it, but she can play on my account or on my home Xbox still, I think. Unpacking is fantastic, but I recommend playing it on a Switch or a Steam Deck because you can touch the screen and move stuff around. Failing that, it would be pretty good, I bet, with a mouse. It is not the most fun with a controller interface, though. Oh, you said check Yankee Candle, and that reminds me, do I want to check the box score? Son of a bitch. No, I did not want to check the box score. 4-0 Yankees win. Yay. What a shit show. They just put up 4 in the 4th and that's it. That's the game. Like nothing else happened. Okay. That sucks. Okay. Grounded 2 is the only one you got. Unpacking is a really cool chill game, but like it's not for everybody. Super Hot and Superliminal and Firewatch and I own these on console as well already. Okay. All right, so let's look through. 33 Immortal, I've heard good things, but I've never gotten around to it. As Dusk Falls was really good. I meant to go back and replay it with Cheeky. If any of you were on that stream, I was very reactionary and angry in situations, and Cheeky was super level-headed, and it had this mechanic where you could like fight and take ownership of the choice and like use tokens to like flip the scenario. You could vote as a group basically, and it would let you like, steal the decision. It was usually people stealing the anger from me and then having this calm response. So that was pretty good, but I don't think that I don't know. I probably wouldn't go back to replay it. I wanted to go back and replay it at the time, never made time for it, and it's just too far gone now. Atomfall is one of those games that like, okay, I never made time for it with Game Pass. And now that it's going away, I probably just won't make time for it because it didn't look good enough to spend $60 or $47. I don't know what happens to this discount, by the way. Does this discount stay because I still technically have Game Pass Essential? That would be nice if you still get the discount, but I doubt it. Avowed was absolute trash tier in my opinion, which has me absolutely scared for Outer Worlds 2. Might try Atomfall. Yeah, I mean, especially if you got Game Pass, like I would try it, but it's one of those things that's going to fall by the wayside for me. Like I won't make time for it before the end of the month probably, and I just won't make time for it. My daughter owns Bluey, of course. I heard this is really good. I might want to check this one out. I heard this one was really good. Let's see the trailer.
A lot of good scores from some actual outlets, unlike what Cities did at their release. Best puzzle game of the year. So, like, I gotta try this, right? Absolutely nothing about the gameplay. Just the reviews, but I've heard good things. Not exactly the trailer I was looking for there. That was unfortunate. 4.1. I'm too dumb for it. We should have a review stream. Just reading reviews sometimes. Seems like a good game, and I understand the praise, but I lack the mental capacity to enjoy games like this. Helpful review. Specifically now that I understand the mental prowess of spy fiction, not that I understand anything about the game better. Really fun, definitely not for everyone. This game that you'll either love or hate. Clever puzzles, and it's deeper and more expansive than it appears. Ooh, I might have to play this one with my wife. I may be in the spy fiction category of being too dumb for it. Dear Diary, it's day 6 trying to find an exit from this mansion. I don't have food, left with couple coins in my pockets. I am honestly starving. I tried to yell hello for several times. It didn't help. I know I will not give up. I keep telling myself red is bad, blue is okay, and green is best. The end is near, but yet so far away. Like Myst had a roguelite baby. Okay, you know what? Take advantage of that discount. Hang on a second. Okay, show in store is not loading anyways, so it's fine. Okay, now you're gonna the store's gonna crash. Okay. All right. I closed it because I thought I was gonna buy it real quick and hide the last four of my credit, but it's just gonna keep crashing. Okay. What the heck? Games and apps. See all. Library Game Pass. Oh, so like, what is even in the Ubisoft Plus stuff? I own it. I bought it on sale. And the reason I don't own a lot of these other games is because I either own the old games on disc or I don't want to own the games anymore because they've gotten so trash repetitive. I do still enjoy Far Cry games. But like, I don't care about Monopoly. I already own the South Park games. Ghost Recon's rip. Like, I actually liked Wildlands, but the servers are down now. And I got Watch Dogs on digital, and also I got the disc over there. Like, why did I rebuy that? I didn't like it the first time. I hope I got it on a sale with the pack or something. I don't know. No, I didn't, because I have no idea. Or is that part of the Ubisoft, but it's part of the cloud? But, oh, I got it with gold, so I re-downloaded it so I wouldn't have to get the disc. It's a games with gold, which they don't do anymore. That's unfortunate, too. Like, look at all, like, these are all games that I got with games with gold that they used to give away games every month. And it's not even, like, I didn't even cash them all in, like, but that was at least something tangible that they gave you. You still had to maintain your live service, but... Okay, so, you know, am I going to miss some of these? A few? But it's cheaper, like, to just outright buy and replace the games that I want to get rather than keep paying for this service. So, like, I was a little bit on the fence, but then I looked through and it's like, would I play a lot of these games? Theoretically, yes. But have I made any time for them? No. Like, here, you ready? Like, games and apps. Look at my quick resume. Cities Skylines Remastered. A remastered version of a game that came out, what, in 2017 on console. Star Wars Battlefront 2. A game that came out in 2018? The Walking Dead Remaster, a game that came out in like 2011. I literally have a save on Xbox One that is a decade old, 2015. Totally reliable delivery service. That one game that I already bought that's, you know, an indie that I wouldn't have found out about, to be fair, without Game Pass. And then I get Skate 2, which I physically have the disc for in my console. And Minecraft Xbox One edition that my wife and I played on stream a couple weeks back. Like, that is my quick resume. I've been closing out Borderlands because it's better than dealing with the lag. But that's what I've been playing lately, is a bunch of old games. And the one of them that is on... Well, actually, no, I think Cities is. But the other one that's on Game Pass, I already own it. So just like, I'm not leveraging it enough to care, you know? It just doesn't make sense to spend $30 a month on that. It makes sense to buy some of those games and own them regardless of my membership and support the devs in the process. At least that's how I feel. Is it too late to start building something? I'll show you what I did. I filled in this little bit over here, Sycamore Heights and Birch Park, slowly kind of filling in these neighborhoods. Because I figure, like, if we're not changing our services that much, more people is just more tax dollars, right? Like, yeah, the roads cost a little, but they're obviously generating money for the people that are on them. And I think we're doing okay traffic-wise. We're at 90% traffic at 113,000 people, and we have all 5-star industries running at full capacity. So we get the farm, the ore, the oil, and the forestry all cranking along, and like they're spread out. You know, everything's got its own highway exit. We're using policies where we can to keep things down, but I'm pretty happy with 89-90%. Like that's decent. So the blueprints, is it a Stanley Parable puzzle type game? I don't know. Which I got to go back and play through that again. I got to uncover more of its secrets. I can't believe Battlefield 6 is next week. I know it's like such a turn for people that usually watch me play Cities, but I'll be doing it. I hope to get on with my brother-in-law. He's a big Battlefield fan. And the problem is he works second shift though, so like I won't even be able to get on to start games until like probably 11:30, 12 at the earliest. But I'm gonna stay up some nights for that for sure. Make some time. Sleep is only so important. Do we fill in this and with what? So I gotta find a spot for another commercial pocket, which I think up here makes sense. We could do commercial and office, and we've got some ways to hook it into the highway. That's a little abrupt, but it also goes with the terrain. It's not the worst. But I think this is where the next big project is this. And the other thing, and I keep saying it, maybe we got to try and find some stations, is the above ground rail. I would like to give just one more way for people to get around. It's not necessary, but I want to have it in the city, and it's like a major infrastructure pain. Like, we're gonna, cut a big gash into the city. Have you done shopping malls anywhere yet? Well, I mean, technically a little bit here and there. So we've got the Lone Pine Mall, which is a reference to Back to the Future. And that's one of the assets. But like, I don't know, like I feel that could be Burlington, or aren't you up in, that could be like Pheasant Lane Mall, Warren, or Burlington Mall, you know, like it's about the right scale if that's what a restaurant is. And then we got the massive parking around it, except everybody parks close to the road that they came from, not the destination that they're going to, which is an odd choice. Like the parking lot is its own destination, and I would like to park as close as I can to the road of the parking lot, not to where I want to walk to. This curved road in the back, it bugs me so much. That's part of the structure. So like if I go to like delete the mall, that road that is regular road and that road that is curved road is part of the building. It's just kind of wild. I don't know why you wouldn't put the road out a little bit further. I mean, I guess it does kind of like, it does kind of make sense, but it's also like, it doesn't give you a really creative choice there. But I think it's okay with the parking lots. I think it's a little bit realistic. Yeah, right. The malls are not, I don't think the malls are doing well anymore. I know I used to go a lot when I was younger, and I do so much shopping online now. Or like I'll go to like a good, you know, a good local shop if I need to go to like, if I want to get some meat. Like there's good butchers around. Like if you want to get some bread, there's some good bakers around. Of course you can get all that stuff at the grocery store, but like the mall kind of, the mall economy and culture, like it's either giant chains that, you know, there's a Microsoft store next to an Apple store. Like, great, guys. I have to go to the mall for that, you know? Apple Store's integrated to your iPhone and you just get deliveries. It's kind of stupid. Anyways, that's my one stupid mall so far. Like I haven't done any of the, I don't think I have done any of the King Leno assets. I think I've thrown a lot of unique buildings and stuff in here and there, but I also have to kind of come back in and like fill in some of these plazas, do some airport aprons where we can, where it won't completely blow out buildings. Oh, well, I didn't think I was going to blow out that building, but okay. Something like that. Oh my God, mall rats. Oh my God. So, okay, if you were, I don't know if you were here a little bit earlier, I was talking about throwing out a bunch of CDs and DVDs and not bothering to sell them. And there were absolutely some that got put aside. And it was like, you know, there was a pile of CDs that I saved, like really specific albums that I loved, that I definitely have on MP3. But like, I just wanted to hold on to that physical thing. And one of the DVDs that I held on to was Mallrats, for sure. That like instantly went in the keep box. I got rid of a lot of digital media that I have backed up. But there's some, like, you know, the physical stuff that I didn't want to part with, and Mallrats was absolutely one of those. There goes that kid on the escalator again. Okay, so let's figure out, since we're here, train, is it like hubs, the other stations? Or is it content creator? Like where, okay, where's the above ground trains and that stuff? What do we got?
Okay, that's cross networks. Multi-platform elevated station. Positioned over a marketplace that has been operating for many years. Let's take a look at this. So how does this sit? It's got a side street through it. We just made a traffic light. Okay, it's got a side street. I enjoyed Clerks, but not nearly as much as Mallrats. Like, I don't know. Clerks was extremely unique and a great film, but there's something about Mallrats that's just that cast, that ensemble was so good together. Oh my! I just remembered. It's not a schooner. It's a sailboat. There is no Easter Bunny! Fucking... That poor kid. Even the actor could be traumatized from that scene. Oh, Jesus. Modern city center commercial block. Yeah. Yeah, what do we do here? I want to figure out where some of this train infrastructure goes. I'm not up on these stations. That's a metro. Okay, that's a train station. What is this thing? I'm just making nodes everywhere for fun. Okay, that's pretty cool for on ground. What do we do? So I think if we run a train, above ground train here, I have it going underground there, but we could move whatever that commercial or office is along that strip into the Lafayette Heights area. We could do probably a highway exit here, somewhere around here, and maybe squeeze another one in here. This is going to be tight though, next to the interchange and that exit, though I don't think this exit is very busy. It's also not especially good. So maybe we can do something different, have like a multi-part exit. If this one's not so busy, maybe there's like an A and a B exit, and we just hook it into the same system there. But if we end up doing that, we can then bring, where was that train? The train is here. So we could bring the train through or above that block. Probably put another station somewhere around here. And then I want to hook it into the university. And this is where I think things get a little tricky, is like where to put it. I think bring it in behind and like rework this, because this is just nonsense back here. This could very easily be moved around, I'm sure. And then we could have the train station come like into there. So let's try not to disrupt the campus balance that we have, because it is a big money maker. Can we just... It's gonna look terrible if we do that. Where else can we put these? Can we get this in here? That's not bad there. That's all right. We can't get two of those side by side. No. We could probably put another one on the other side though. And this should all still be in the campus. Yeah. So that's perfect. That's good enough. That's fine. I'm okay with it. We can always come back and revamp the campus if we need to. This is a pretty small building. Can we get this? The landscaping's not too bad on that. And then these are turned off. I thought these could kind of work over here, but they're also kind of obnoxious too at the same time. But I thought we could have like kind of like an agricultural school with the biodome, the vertical farm, the bird and bee haven, and the weather research center, if I remember all these buildings' names. Climate research, biodome, vertical farm. Yeah, okay. What are these from? These are from like the Art Deco pack or something? Art Deco and high tech, which I think are included with basically the base game at this point. Man, my wrist, my joints. Celebrating 47 does not feel as fun. Celebrating like 27. Oh man. Okay. So, do we just ditch these for now? A Jedi craves not these things. Oh man. I love some of the quotes that they throw in the Battlefront. What does Obi say? I don't know if I can remember it right. They're getting like shot at, and Anakin says something, and Obi says, "It's still better than the meals at the Jedi mess hall." It's just so stupid, but I love it. I'm also a super toxic emperor who spams good, let the hate flow through you. All right, I think we move these or just they're all turned off, so it's not like they're doing anything for us. I think I redo this idea at another time. Because that is not going to hurt for any of those to go. So what do we need for the station? We need... Do we want to keep it above ground? I think that I do. Oh, that's right. That is his line. I remember. Okay. Why is that so familiar? I like this station, but I don't want to necessarily reuse it every time. What were our options? Were there above ground options? This was on ground. A ground bypass station. Okay. That's kind of cool. Let's do that over by the school. So where does this hook in? It needs a road. So let's figure out what road goes just beyond the building here. Really? That's what you're gonna angle like that? We'll do that for now in case, and we should be able to hook in, I hope, to there. Oh, that's not above ground. That's unfortunate. I thought that was an above ground one. Oh, it's this one that I wanted to do. I'm looking at the wrong one. Does that hook in the same way? It does. Okay. Oh, is there a game happening right behind me? What is that? Oh, there's a graduation happening. Yeah, we'll go celebrate. We'll celebrate with everybody. Hold on. We'll throw in the hats. How many times you can throw the hats? You graduated. You graduate, everybody. Go. Go. Drink. Party. Exploit capitalism at all costs. If they didn't already do it, sorry. By the way, you'll never own a home, any of you. That's not worth cheering over. Congrats, class of 2283. The town's rich. You won't be. Okay, so what does this give us? This gives us a dual island. It gives us an island in the middle. You can go either way on the trains. Okay. So do we use the same station? Is that like, do we want 3 train stations in that space? Or do we do... We might want to keep the trains more spaced out. I don't even know where it goes from there. Okay, I think we do a third. We'll do a third station. I don't know that it's the... I don't know if it's the best choice, but we are about to expand this neighborhood quite a bit, so I'm going to pause this and move all these people out. Forget about that little guy. Okay, now, did we not even have tunnel under there? I just had it ready to go. I kind of like these ones that moved in right next to the train tracks. I'm going to let them stay. Did this come down? I think it did. That bulldozer's loud, sorry. Comparatively to what else we got going on. I think because I had the game up so loud because the radio music. So let me take that down. I did realize that was a little loud in my head too. Okay, do we have anything else we can bulldoze? Oh yeah, that's way better. Okay, sorry. We need 3 steps to get over this road. Then I guess I'll do it 1 square out. Okay, so that's fine. How does this connect? I think it was up 1 notch higher to go. We're okay with that drop? And does it come back up to get to the station, I guess is the question. So hold on, before we do this, this may actually not be the height that we want. That may be the height that we want. Is that different from the 3? 1, 2, 3. It looks like it's a tiny little bit up. So these, I remember these stations are just a little bit higher than 3 clicks, which is just a little bit frustrating. Need a nappy? Time to say goodnight? All right, well, appreciate you hanging out, Warren. Have a good one. We'll have to go in and clean up those zones or see what interesting skinny buildings move in next to the train tracks. That might be okay too. And then if we go, let's see. I want to get on this, on that angle, please. It's not going to let me. What if I go down? Oh, this is all crooked. All crooked. Okay. I have to turn off snapping for this. That's okay, I guess. Okay, and then I want to get a train station right here and probably knock out some of that block. How did I get that UI? On Xbox. That's how I got that UI. This is the remastered version of CS1 on Xbox Series X. Okay, don't mind all the death and all the disabled unique buildings. They're purely decoration for now. We're playing with no cheats or anything like that. You can see we got a very successful city, 377 million in the bank. And we're also a couple hundred years into the future. But still just coming to grips with getting trains into the city somehow. It makes sense. I'm also letting all those buildings move back in. Do we do another above ground like this? I think so. Maybe right around here. don't like how that angle's gonna hook in at all, though. Oh, I had it on the opposite road. I had it on the other road. And the bypass tracks coming in, that's interesting. I didn't have it on this main street. Well, we're committing the block to it, so if we drop it in and we want to change it, we can do that. But this would make more sense than to orient this the other way, and maybe I'll upgrade this road at some point, or most likely rethink it, honestly. I probably won't bypass this for now, and we'll just hook this up. Okay, and then how can we come through here? This is going to take some rerouting of some things, it looks like. Is that automatically split right there? Hang on a second, let me swap that out before it complains. Or I shouldn't say before it complains, it already complained, but before it goes dead on me. All right, so can I get over the highway with that? I can. Could I make that slope a little bit more gradual? Okay, and then I guess we could just hook around what is here for the time being. We'll have to fix that. Okay, let's get a little closer to the road, I guess, before we try and do that. And then that should get us there, I would think. Okay, well, that's like half an idea of a line. We'll do some landscaping around it. We'll fix some of the bumps and maybe, you know, build up some ground underneath it, especially around like the highways. I've got to kind of smooth the entrance. That seems so dangerous. That corner right there is a little bit. Oh yeah, look at the cars are. They're like swinging over. This part looks pretty good though. This took a lot of water. A lot of water and a lot of draining and a lot of time. I got to come back in and fix some of the terrain. Also, it's a shame how some of the terrain loads in. Like, if you look up ahead on the left side of the highway, like, it's not broken and pixelated like that. But when when you get closer, it's fine. You kind of have to, like, cheat the camera and only show stuff that can load in. But you can see, like, the trees are popping in right now. It's crazy. We're not asking it to look very far, and it's still got that tree pop in. Okay, I'm going to save it. It's almost midnight. I'm going to call it a night. But thank you for hanging out. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. There will be, what's coming soon? Town to City, sure, more cities, Clover Pit. What else? I got a couple other games. Battlefield 6 next week is going to be a time sink for me, so I'll share some of that as well, even if it's not everybody's jam. But check out the games that you do like. There'll be more city builders and stuff, and 3-hour rants about Xbox, apparently. Thank you for the happy birthday wishes. I appreciate everybody. Leave a like, subscribe, support the channel for as little as 99 cents if you'd like to become a member. tinyurl.com/move the mouse. It's in the pinned comment if you want to join the Discord. And I will see you in the next one. Until then, move the mouse. Signing off. Do I have a? I don't have like just a stream ending screen that keeps the music that I'm already playing. I don't think. I don't. So I'll leave you with this instead. With this.